Launch code. Access granted. A millionaire.
Hello, welcome to GED Exam Preparation class. I am your host and instructor, Ruben Herrera. And on this video, my friends, I'd like to have a very high level presentation and introduction about the GED exam. Okay, how the GED exam is now delivered and is administered at the time I recorded this video, which is gonna be pretty much the same, for the next few years. So let's get started. So first of all, my friends, the new way on which we take the GED test now is on a computer. Okay, it's been like this for a while. We no longer take the GED test with paper or on paper. We have to go to a authorized testing center, which I'm going to talk about that later, and we need to take our test on a computer. So for those of you who need to brush up your computer skills, please do so. Okay, using a desktop computer is not the same thing as using a smartphone, a tablet, or an iPad. No, it is a little different. So, however, you don't have to be a computer user expert. Uh, all you have to do is just learn how to use the mouse, how to use the keyboard a little bit, and how to navigate through a computer screen. Okay, now, how long is the test? Well, the GED test altogether, my friends, is about 7.5 hours long. Now the GED test is separated, or it's been broken down into four sections here in the state of Texas. And I'm sure this is also applicable to most of the states in the United States. So it is four sections. Okay, and each of the sections, they have a specific set of time, but altogether they're all 7.5 hours long. There is on one test, you're actually going to take a 10 minutes break, and on the other three tests, you will not have a break. Okay, now, how many questions are on each of these four tests now on the GED test? Well, the GED testing service does not specify the number of questions. However, we have a very good estimate. Okay, we have counted the questions on the English test, which is reasoning through language arts, and we counted 65 questions. For the math test, we counted 45 problems. For the science test, we count 40 questions, and for the social studies, we count 44 questions, all of which are multiple choice questions, my friends. So the new GED test on a computer, it is very easy because now all the questions are multiple choice. This is very nice, and this makes it very easy now for the students. Okay, now, are different words, questions, I'm sorry, or problems, are they different points? Are they worth different points? Yes, they are. So different questions and different problems are worth different points throughout the GED test, depending on the difficulty of the problem. Okay, but they're all average about the same. Okay, so if I'm taking, one section of the GED test and I happen to flunk or to miss that section, and then I make very good in another section and I get a whole bunch of good points, will that help it balance, from one section of the test to another? No, sorry, it will not. You have to have the minimum score for each of the sections of the GED test in order for you to pass your GED exam, which I'm going to talk about that later here in a little bit. Okay, so how hard is the GED test nowadays? Okay, so the difficulty level to pass the GED test is the same as needed to pass high school today. Okay, so that's how hard the GED test. So, my friends, with this being said, passing your GED exam is going to take a lot of work and a lot of study, but it's not impossible. Okay, it is going to be a little hard, and sometimes it's going to be a little brutal. But you guys, as long as you study and you practice and you practice and you practice and you give yourself time, you guys are going to achieve perfection and you are going to pass this test. Okay? So now, in order for you guys to take the GED test, you must register online. You have to go to the GED official website, which is called GED.com, and you need to register there. Okay, there's also a phone number is 1877 exam GED, but only for questions and support. Okay, this is you cannot enroll for the test over the phone. You need to go into the GED.com website. Okay, you need to register for a free account. It is very easy. Okay, it's just like opening a Facebook or an Instagram account. Okay, you register there, it is free. All you need is your name, an email address, a date of birth, and your address. Okay, and you can register for your exam. I highly suggest that even though you just started this course, or you are just now preparing to for the GED test, I highly suggest that you go ahead and enroll and open your a free account with GED.com, because you guys may get some discounts and coupons on your email, so that you can also take your GED exam a little cheaper for than what they charge. And I'm also going to get into prices here in a little bit. Okay, so yes, so this 1-800 number is actually just for support. It's not really for actually enrolling into the course. Okay, and they also have Spanish speakers agents that can also help you. Okay, very nice. So now, I was talking about it earlier that the GED exam is actually 7.5 hours long and is break into 4 sections. Yes, my friends, but you do not have to have all 4 sections at the same time. This is also a great thing about the new GED test. Back in the days, you had to take the GED test, all 4 sections on the same day. Back in the day when we used to take the GED exam on paper, but not anymore. Now you can schedule all 4 sections of your GED test on a different date, on a different time. You can also switch testing centers. So this way you feel prepared and you feel comfortable to take your GED exam 1 section at a time. Okay, very nice. So right here, my friends, I have a screenshot of what the GED exam official website looks like, and you're gonna go in here and you're gonna, well, for those of you who have not have an account yet, you're gonna go in here and you're gonna sign up for an account. Okay, it is very easy, like I mentioned earlier. Also, my friends, when you first sign up, you're gonna run into a questionnaire that you are gonna have to answer. Please make sure that you answer that questionnaire so that you can help the GED testing service uh, work better for you. Also, this questionnaire is going to keep coming back to you and it's going to keep on asking you to answer it, okay, before you actually schedule your exam. So it's also better off just to get this out of the way and so that you can go ahead and schedule your exam. Now, this questionnaire, it only asks you questions, very general questions about demographics, like where you live, do you work full time, do you work part time, what is the range of income that you have, do you have a family, do you have any kids. It's just very simple demographic questions like that. Nothing very, very, very personal. So once you sign up, okay, for your free account on the GED official website, and this is what it looks like, you will be able to log into your dashboards, okay? And here, once you log into your dashboard or your page, you will be able to schedule your test, okay? And this is very easy. You schedule your test obviously online, but you cannot take your test at home or at the school. You have to go to a authorized testing center. And the way you do that is by, whenever you schedule your test, you're going to have to enter your address. Okay, this can be the address where you live, where you work or the desired address that you want to have or that you want to insert in order for you to find a testing center near that location. And then after you enter your address, okay, you are gonna have right here the testing centers that are nearby. Okay, so I live in the city of Grand Prairie, Texas, and notice that right here the testing centers that I have right here near my house are right here in Arlington, Texas, and I have one in Euless and one in Irving. Okay, so you can pick whichever one you like. One tip, one word of advice: before you select a center, or once you select a center, or whenever you see a center that you like to select, make sure that you click right here on the test center information, and then it will give you the phone number for the testing center. Call them and ask them if they have a physical calculator that you can loan, that you can borrow. Actually, I'm sorry, a physical calculator that you can borrow, so that you can take your test. Okay, you are allowed to use calculator on your GED test. However, most testing centers do not allow you to bring your own calculator or to use your smartphone as a calculator. You either use no calculator, use the calculator that is provided on the screen on your GED test, or use a physical calculator that the testing center can loan to you. However, not all testing centers have calculators. Okay, so before you select a center, make sure that you click on that link, find out the phone number of that testing center, and call them and ask them. Okay, so that you can have a so that you can do your GED test, especially the math portion of your GED test with a calculator. Okay, so once you select the testing center, you're gonna be able now to select right here a date. Is very simple. It'll tell you the dates right here when the testing center that you selected is available. Okay, and then a next screen will tell you about the times that the time slots that there are available, or and that they have a computer for you to take your test, and then you're going to have to pay for your test. So make sure that you guys have a credit card or a debit card handy. Okay, you may also use a refillable Visa or MasterCard. Okay, now speaking of paying for the test, you can schedule each section of your test as you go and as at your own pace. You can also pay for each section of your test as you go. Each section of the test, I'm sorry, at the time I'm recording this video, is about $35 per section, and you have the total of 4 sections, so this will total to about $140 or $240. Okay, now the price can be a little higher or it can be a little lower depending on where you are taking your test. Okay, now whenever if you have to retake your test for whatever reason, if you have to retake a section of your test because you flunked that section or because you did not show up for that section, you lose your chance, by the way. And so to retake a section, you only have to pay half of the price. Okay, but you will have to pay for the retest. Okay, very nice. Next, are there a number of dates on which students need to complete all 4 sections? No, you can actually take your time on taking all 4 sections of your test, but you don't want to take a long time. Okay, you want to take your GED test, the sections of your GED test, while this is fresh in your mind. Okay, my friends, very nice. Now, are there any practice tests or somewhere where we can go and practice for the test too, not just studying for practice? Yes, we have actually. The GED Testing Service website has a practice test that you can take at home, and it's only $6 per section. So this is very cheap and very affordable. Sometimes we spend $6, on a sandwich, or stuff that on sodas or stuff that we really don't need. Okay, we pay more than that. So paying $6 for a practice test for your GED is very worth it. Also, because when you take the practice test will tell you which questions did you miss and which areas of that subject of that test you need to improve on. Okay, so this is a very nice this is a great tool, okay, because it'll tell you what you miss, and it'll tell you what areas you need to improve. The GED testing service website also have a free 10 questions sample test available so that you can see so that you can see exactly what the GED test is going to look like at the time you take your test on the testing center. It'll also help you understand and how to navigate the screen on your GED test. But also obviously the practice test, the paid practice test will also offer this for you. Okay. Now, is the GED test available in other languages? Yes, well, it's available in Spanish. Okay, so so the GED, the practice test, and even the sample test are available in Spanish as well. Okay, most people don't know this, but they think that English is the official language or is the only official language on the United States, but actually it's English and it's Spanish, the official languages in the United States. Now, some people might disagree with me, and that's fine. I'm not here to try to persuade anybody, okay? But this is the information that I have at the time that I'm recording this video, okay? Now, will the students be able to use any kind of scrap paper? Well, actually, you cannot use a scrap paper on your GED test, or at least not a scrap paper on your own. What's going to happen, my friends, when you go take your GED test, you guys are going to be given a erasable notepad, okay? Sort of like the mini version of a dry eraser board. So you are entitled, or I don't like to use the word entitled, but you guys are able to grab as many of these as you like. Grab a bunch, because in most testing centers they do not allow you to erase your notes. They want to see them before you erase them, or they erase them for you. So grab a bunch. Also grab more than one Sharpie. Okay, because those Sharpies, they've been used for a while. They're not very sharp anymore, and some of them are getting dry. So, take a few of these erasable notepads and Sharpies for your test. Okay, very nice. Also, my friends, you guys are allowed to use your calculator on your GED exam. And I have right here an example of what a GED calculator look like. Notice that it is a scientific calculator, but it's nothing really fancy, nothing over the top. You can also purchase these calculators yourselves. These are very affordable. Um, and yes, the calculator can be used during the test. And if you don't have a calculator, or if the testing center doesn't provide you with a calculator, then you're going to have to use the calculator that's on the screen on the GD test, and which I don't recommend that you guys use it because it's very slow and clunky. So I much rather use the physical calculator that the testing center can loan to you. Okay, very nice. Now, how about some formulas? Okay, for the math. How about the formulas for the math? I mean, we're gonna have some sections in algebra and geometry, and yes, the math formulas are gonna be provided for you, my friends, on a screen of the test for you. So all you have to do is identify the formula that you need for the operation that you need to solve for. However, it is expected of you that you know some basic formulas. Okay. However, like I said, the formulas are going to be given to you, but it's expected that you guys at least know some kind of, you know, know some kind of fundamentals about these uh, formulas. Okay, very nice. Now, there's going to be a clock. The testing software is going to have a clock that is going to be timing your GED exam, each section of your GED exam. And when the clock says time up, my friends, it is time up. the GED exam is automatically going to stop. It's going to log you out of your test and it's going to give you your score. So try to answer as many questions as you can. Okay, even if some questions you don't understand or you have no clue how to answer, how to go about, you can flag those questions and leave those questions towards the end of the exam. Okay, and at this point now, if you don't know the answer of that question, you already flagged that question, you leave that question for the end, and you don't understand that question, my recommendation, my friends, is that at least you try to guess, by doing the process elimination. Remember, my friends, that all the questions of your GED exam are going to be multiple choice. So you can, if you don't know the answer of a problem or question, you can at least try to use the process of elimination and try to guess your answer, because this way at least you will have from 33 to 50% chances to answer that question right, or to guess that question right, rather than not answering it, and then your GED exam is going to count that question as wrong. Okay, so it's better off that you at least guess that not answering at all. Okay, now let's pretend that the worst case scenario happened and you take your GED exam, or one section of your GED exam, and you flunk that section. Okay, in the worst case scenario, my friends, so you have 3 tries per section. So for example, let's pretend that we are taking the math section of your test and you flunked that section 3 times. So what's going to happen on the third time? On the third attempt, my friends, you're going to be on what we call timeout. Okay, you're going to be on a timeout, and your GED exam, the GED testing service, may make you wait 60 days after the third failed attempt for that section only, per section. So you're going to have to wait 60 days so that you can go back and practice again and study again, so that way you'll be better prepared for the exam or for that section, and then you can go back and re-enroll and reschedule for that section again after 60 days. You're going to have to pay again the initial fee and then pay for your retest. Okay, but you know, um, there's actually no limit on how many times you can retake on a specific section of the GED test. However, on every third fail attempt of that specific section, you're going to have to wait. You may need to wait 60 days so before you can reschedule that section again. Also, my friends, the GED testing process is state specific. So if you already took some of the sections of your GED test in another state, and now, for example, you're here in Texas and you want to finish to take the rest of your sections, well, guess what? I have bad news for you. You're going to have to retake all the sections again. So make sure that you guys, while you are taking your GED test, make sure that you are on the same state. Now, this is what's happening at the time that I'm recording this video, and on my own experience, it might be different after a little while, or before or after this video, but this is what's going on, and this is the information that I obtained at the time of recording this video. Okay, so my friends, just stay on the same state where you are taking your test. Once you get your GED diploma, your GED diploma is going to be good nationwide or worldwide, okay, if you want to call it that way, and you will be good to go. Okay, very nice. Now, after taking all my GED test sections, and after I taken a specific section, how soon would I know if I passed that section or not? Well, depending on how busy the servers are, the result can be posted immediately on your same screen. It can be after 2 hours, or it can take up to a day. Okay, and you most likely are gonna get a text message on your phone. You will also get an email. You can also now and then check on your GED account, and you can check if you passed that exam or not. And then after you pass all 4 sections of your GED test, you will get a final text email saying congratulations, you obtained your GED diploma. And what they're going to do, they're going to send you a digital version of your GED diploma, which later you can paper print if you like. Okay. I hope that I cover most of the questions or most of the frequently asked questions about the GED exam and how that GED exam it is delivered. I am trying to do my best here, my friends, and I hope to see you guys in any of my courses on my that is on my GED exam preparation courses and on my other computer courses too. Why not? Also, I hope that you guys see me for my online course for GED exam preparation course class. Anyways, I hope that you guys have a great day and I wish you a lot of luck on this journey. Bye bye.
Launch code. Access granted.